Hey everybody, in this episode I want to go over a couple of ways that we can get around the rampant epidemic of censorship and book burning that we are in the midst of. Um, there are a couple of great sites I want to cover here: altcensored.com, lbry.tv, channels-list.com, and I know there's a lot more, so people are getting taken down so much that you might be subscribed to people and waiting for them to put out their next video, wondering why they aren't doing any more of that great work that you liked to tune into. And in reality, they've been deleted and they're trying to find another channel. So it's important that we all stay on top of this and don't just assume that the people that you were subscribed to you're still connected with. All right, so this is the first thing that came across my desk: altcensored.com. So what this site does is they track 1,800 YouTube channels. You can send them additional channels, and they will add them to the list. Like I just sent them one of my favorite channels that's been deleted so many times, Infinite Plane Society, and they added it. This is just pages and pages of deleted accounts. Like, I recognize people on here. Like, I don't agree with all these people. And it's very telling who YouTube's deleting. But it's, oh, and this is the other thing. The videos are actually available on altcensored.com whenever YouTube deletes it. So this shows us who was censored from YouTube most recently. There's some big channels on here getting like lots and lots of comments have been deleted, lots and lots of videos. Memory hold with no warning. Alright, the next site I want to show is one called channels-list.com. That's channels-list.com, and it redirects to a troo.tube website where you can see there's just a large number of creators. I think this is 1,800 creators are being watched here, and then 500,000 videos, 62 terabytes. It says please share with everyone. That's what I'm doing here. So I've looked through the list. There's a lot of really great stuff on here. There's a lot of stuff that's not my cup of tea, but I'm glad it's being archived, and I'm glad that it's there. Information is information, and the more the better. A couple things I've noticed is there are certain ones that are made more prominent with the yellow, and I don't know if that's like a manual decision on their part of who to feature, or if that's because they've put out a new video recently or something. In the code, they just call it highlight. So that might be a good place to start, is the highlighted ones. But this is another great resource. What's good about this one is, like, let me search a plain truth. So already, it used to be a plain truth for you was like the fourth backup for this guy. Now it's a plain truth 5 because this other one just got deleted. As can be verified on this page here. See when they were deleted. Plain truth for you deleted 677 videos on like. Now what's really cool though is all of these old, or not all of them, I guess we only have 6 videos from that first one, but say a plain truth 3. You can open this up, you can click on that link, and all of his videos that YouTube thought that they deleted are right here. You can just come in and click it and learn something or reject what is being presented, whatever. It's just a video, YouTube, relax. And then here's his new channel, and it's also, this is what really amazes me, is it syncs up really quick. So I'm not sure exactly how people make this list. I am on the list, and thank you to whoever put me on the list. Backed up the stuff. Let me see if I can find it here. So even that video I put out earlier today is up there, and it's been up there for hours. It was real quick, and it was synced up. So very respectable. Now I want to show another solution, and this is called LBRY. Now this one has to be done by the creator. If I was another YouTuber and I hadn't signed up for LBRY yet, I would definitely come to lbry.com/YouTube, type in your desired channel name, you claim it, and then you click this box too, and that will allow all your content to flow through. So you can see my video from this morning is right here.
We'll pass it in
and it automatically syncs through. All I wanted to show today is just the vast number of censored YouTube channels in the past year, and it's just going to keep trucking right along, and it's hard to even tell how many videos have been removed. But the good news is that if we're smart, we can back up everything outside of the YouTube ecosystem. They have no right to have a monopoly on our information. Okay, and then here's the other thing. I had the opportunity and the pleasure to talk with the man behind altcensored.com, who brought a lot of my favorite channels having been censored to my attention when I was clicking through this page, this site here. And unfortunately, this is not, they're not watching every single channel on YouTube. So I'm sure I follow a ton of people who alt-censored might not know about. So if those people get censored, then I'm out of luck. So listen to this interview here. He talks about an email that you can reach him at to get people added to the watch list. And that is the watch list that watches to see if you get censored by YouTube and puts out the alarm so that people know. All right, so without further ado, here's the interview. I'm really excited to bring your website to people's attention here. And you were so quick in getting back to me that I haven't done the full deep dive that I'm going to do through the data and show people, you know, who are the big names who've been dropped in the past few weeks. But since I have you with us and you are an expert with this data, can you tell us a little bit about what you've seen? And I mean, we're all familiar with that wave of censorship that happened, or maybe it was mostly just demonetization that they called like the adpocalypse. And there's been a couple waves of censorship that we've gone through, but it seems like we're either starting or we just got hit with another huge wave in these past few weeks. What are you thinking as an expert in the data?
Well, the adpocalypse is a good place to start. One of the features on at altcensored.com, of course, we're an unbiased community catalog. The idea is not to take sides and to take channel suggestions, but we have in the channel, when you go to the website, you go to the click on channel, you're able to click on deleted and see all of the deleted channels in chronological order. So well, I just did that, and it's 41 pages right now, 24 pages to the 24 channels to the page.
Yeah, and let me just chime in real quick. This is a fantastic page, everyone. It's altcensored.com/channel/deleted, and I have it up for everybody on the screen right now. But tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, the adpocalypse you mentioned happened on June 5th, 2019, and I only regret that I didn't start this project earlier. But that was when they took down hundreds. I mean, what alt-censored is just really a drop in the bucket of what's being done on YouTube. And some of these channels out here have lost just multiple channels, and it's been going on for years. But we can go back to June 5th, 2019. We can start, and that was the first big push. From that date forward, YouTube has changed their terms and conditions, and I think we're all familiar with the term hate speech. So they've been adjusting, sometimes on a monthly basis, their terms and conditions and their definitions of hate speech. It's been changed at least 10 times. And now, which brings us up to what's happened in the last few weeks. Now, we're speaking, of course, on July 15th. I think I put out a tweet.
I have the tweet up right now. Should I read that out?
Please.
It says, this is the pinned tweet right now. Everyone, make sure if you're on Twitter, you want to be following altcensored is the handle. This is a fascinating insight here. And it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't fully track every channel on YouTube, only the ones that you were watching, right?
That's correct.
Which is a subset.
Yeah.
So YouTube terminates 90 plus channels, over 10,000 videos in just 3 weeks, but 5,000 plus are available for download and sharing. And then you have your guys' tagline, I think is what this is. We show what they hide. And you link to that page that we were discussing. So that's amazing. 90 plus channels. So can I ask you, and feel free to loop back to whatever you were talking about that you want to get back to, but what's the process by which you decide which channels to follow? Because there's so many channels, you can't be following everything on YouTube. Is that a user-submitted thing, and plus whatever gets on your radar as the main webmaster?
Yes, that's... We've got our email, which is altcensored@protonmail.com. So we're receiving a lot of channel suggestions there. In fact, your channel would be a good example. I can't exactly tell you where I got it. Sometimes the majority of the channels, honestly, I've put in the last 15 months, but we've gotten hundreds that we've added through the altcensored at Proton Mail. It's please send channels. What we're looking at here is channels that have lost videos or have been demonetized. That's a good indication that it should be added. And when we say added, we mean that we're going to just a little bit of history. The project started off to identify limited state videos. Now, YouTube has actually moved away from that in the last 12 months, but they were hiding the videos. They were hiding the clicks, the likes, the...
No comments.
Exactly. So now we're seeing more. What we are seeing more now today is videos being removed. There's no more limited state practically. It's just they're being removed, and then the channels are being removed. So we added the capability to actually archive the channel, and when a video is removed by YouTube, or if a channel is removed, it will appear all that content. If a video is removed, the video will appear from a monitored channel on altcensored, and if a channel is removed, then we're going to feature all the content that we have archived for that channel. Now, this is important. We want to encourage people to download and share these videos. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? To facilitate it, to make it easier, we've got RSS feeds. Now, I thought RSS feeds were just text, and they're something from 20 years ago. Well,
no, they're nice.
They're
from nice 20 because they have like those RSS feed readers now. So, can you plug that into one of those?
Absolutely. In fact, what we encourage, the main reason we like it is that the RSS feeds, not only will you can use it to be notified when a video, when a channel has a video that's become limited, but you can the RSS feed actually contains a torrent link. So with a torrent link, where, yes, qubittorrent.org is a good one. It gets the information out there via torrent download. It makes it easier for folks who use torrent to get those videos down on their hard drives. And that means YouTube is going to be frustrated. YouTube and Google and Facebook are not going to be able to.
It takes away their power.
Exactly. And of course, RSS is was the way that information was shared before the tech monopolies ate the internet. So let's go back to let's put the power. Dating myself, but let's put the power back into people's hands. Together, we are stronger. We don't have to accept being silent.
Yeah, absolutely. And as of July 2020, you now feature 54,000 in more than 54,000 videos of 6,000 plus monitored YouTube channels. 900 have been removed by YouTube. And you are proactively archiving 1.8 thousand in case of deletion. So I'm just so blown away. I think this is not only a living and breathing expose into the censorship that's happening on YouTube, but I think these valiant archival efforts are important to preserve this crucial information from all these minds around the world from Google's destruction, like we were just talking about. So I wanted to ask you, there's another link that just came across my desk the other day you might be interested in. Have you heard of channels-list.com? I'll send you a link. But it's basically, it's got like thousands of channels on here. Mine was on here, I was surprised to see. But someone's like, hey, just check this out. Dan, who just got removed, all his videos are backed up here, which means that there's a lot of other great videos on this resource. So
I'm very interested in seeing that, because that's what it's all about. Together we are stronger. Let's get these videos backed up. The creators like yourself have worked. I tried to do a family video once, and it's still not finished. I mean, there's so much work and passion and expertise that gets built up and put into these videos. We need to make sure that they're around. And the more copies we have of them, the better off we will be.
I totally agree. And some people out there will say, hey, I don't have time to get hard drives. And I would say, hey, think about it. But there's other ways that you can help. I think everyone should be able to see this is a crucial project. And I just want to make the case, because people need to remember this, that if they like a solution like the one that you came out with on altcensored.com, people should support that financially if possible. That's a great way to say, okay, you're an expert at computers, alt-censored. You guys carry that weight for us, but we've got your back. So I think I saw some links at the bottom of your page there, how people can donate to the project. Is that correct?
That's correct. Thank you, Tim. We have LiberaPay, and which is more European thing, but it works, as well as Patreon. And also down there is the fact that it is an open source project. You got an excellent young man contributing right now, and we're adding other people for translations. Currently, it's English, Portuguese, Spanish, French, German. We plan on adding Dutch as well as Italian. So we're going to get there. Along with, and that funding is going to bring a better user experience. Things like playlists. So in other words, you'll be able to send a link that will have your 5 favorite videos to your friend. They'll be able to hone in on that content, because
that's a good idea.
We're not. Thank you. We're not Google.
No one is. People don't understand what Google really is. It's millions of servers and like hundreds of thousands of, or millions of hours of developer time, right? Like if they can't get that to kick everyone's ass, then they're failing miserably. I mean, it's also just a powerhouse that's been built up with product placement. It's a controlled platform that everybody was ushered into. Go ahead.
Well, all good points. And I was going to mention, I was living in Chile, in Santiago, and around 2000. I was surprised, I suppose, to learn that the best technology companies in the world go to the best universities in each country and, for want of a better, do a brain suck or look for the best engineers. So they've bought the best talent. I'm sure a lot of these people aren't happy.
Non-disclosures out the wazoo, and just they make them patent everything that they ever think of under the company's name. It's crazy. People just sell their soul. I was blown away at first. I thought you were tracking like which channels were going down and how many subscribers they had, and that just the statistical data was just a huge expose. And then you told me that you had all of them backed up too, and that's just even more awesome. So what can happen is if Dan Dix or the next person who gets censored, if they don't have any videos that they have already backed up, they come here and they can just go and get those MP4s, right?
Absolutely. The RSS feed has a torrent link, so they can go to there. Anybody can go to a channel and put that channel RSS feed into something like Qubit Torrent, open source client, and not only watch the videos, but click, download all the videos in the channel.
Oh, that is super cool. So can you walk, just because that
Sure.
that just blows my mind. Walk me through like what that process is like. So you copy the RSS URL. So I've got his page up, and he's got obviously a ton of deleted videos down below here. 69 pages, man. They just...
Now we're on Press for Truth. So what you see is you got his logo there. Underneath the logo, you have the name of the channel
and the RSS icon.
Yes, that's it. Hit that icon. It's going to take a second because it's generating.
I'm opening up. Okay, we got the XML in a new tab here. So we got the title, Press for Truth, the link, and then just a ton of content that you could... well, there's a lot of things you could do with this, but tell us what you do with the 2-bit torrent program.
Absolutely. Well, you can Qubit Torrent.
Oh, Qubit. Qubit Torrent. Okay, I had to search it.
Qubit Torrent, I thought it was an RSS reader. Qubit Torrent is a torrent client that handles RSS feeds. Okay?
Okay.
So it's a little counterintuitive. We're going to use Qubit Torrent to add an RSS feed, and then we can not only use it, not only can we watch the videos, but we can download the videos. I'm a Windows guy. That's where I'm using Qubit Torrent. They've also got Linux versions, etc.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
We certainly encourage people to use the search bar to find the content after they've found their video or their channel, to use the video or channel RSS feeds, include that torrent client, an RSS feed capable torrent client like qubittorrent.org to easily keep up with what's going on. You can watch the video, but you can, more importantly, download it and save it, and let's fight back against these guys. Together we are stronger.
So, yeah, that's a great point. And I'm just trying to think of how can people help out in this cause. Like, one thing that jumps to mind is it's hard for people to know which channels are out there. So when they get shot down, no one knows. So if people know about channels that might be on the short list for YouTube purging, would a good thing be for them to reach out via that email and just tip you guys off to them?
Absolutely. This is an unbiased community catalog. A good chunk of what we've loaded up here is from that email address.
Excellent, excellent. And then also, just always a good idea for people, if you find an excellent video on any of these sites, altcensored.com or that other one we were talking about, channels-list.com or archive.org, or any of these great archiving utilities, make sure you download your own copies, people. And that way, if anything was to go wrong in a data center or any number of things that could happen, or just, you know, not being able to find it through search or something, just make sure you save copies of videos that you might want to reference later. We can't count on anything being there for long. But I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm so happy to have the chance to talk to you. You mentioned in your email, maybe this would be a good place to wrap up, that you're just sick of seeing all the YouTube censorship. Is there any like final words you want to leave with the people out there? And again, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Tim. I enjoyed the videos that I've seen on your channel and the way that you support a community. This is all about the people reacting against these totalitarian giants. They're going to keep pushing until we push back. And one way to push back is, like you say, save this content. Save this content. Find it using the search bar and alts. When you get to altcensored.com, new content is added daily. Use the search bar to find subjects of your interest, then please download those videos and tell other people. We're not here to get rich. We're here to save some videos and work for free speech and against censorship.
Well, I just want to thank you again so much for joining, and I'm definitely going to be checking your page all the time, and because I like to, like you saw with my Dan Dix video, if you saw that, I just like to cover when people get censored by YouTube and raise awareness, as I know you like to also do. So this is a fantastic resource for me, and I think there's tons of other people out there who should be checking in on what's getting deleted and what YouTube's doing behind the scenes.
Well, thank you, Tim. I'm going to be a regular on your channel. Absolutely. This is a community effort. This is a group effort. Let's get together and make sure that our voices are not silent. And remember, altcensored.com, 60,000 censored YouTube videos at the moment. It increases every day. 60,000 censored YouTube videos. We show what they hide.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Make sure you connect with me on the other platforms. Try to archive as much information as you can from the internet while we can find it. Put it back up there wherever you can. Have a great day.